Hey guys, hopefully it doesn't keep doing that. I'm like hand holding my camera with the tripod, but it looked like it's not gonna focus. Oh, there we go. So it's been on my mind to talk about how to deal with like loss, what's like currently happening and like past loss. So just try to bear with me. I just got out the shower and it's like almost 10 o'clock and I'm in my bed. Um, so if you haven't followed suit of the story of my mom pretty much had like a mental breakdown slash demon possession. I don't know really what to call it, but I lost my grandfather in September and my mom pretty much just went off the deep end. Like she just stopped talking to everybody. She was saying people was gonna die. All different types of crazy stuff. And I wanted to share how you can, I guess, cope with people that you lose or people that deal with mental issues or whatever the case may be. I'm sorry if this is not straight. I don't really want to move the camera around because it might refocus. Um, but I just really want to talk about like how you can deal with that because in my previous videos from like years ago, I talk about how I lost my dad when I was like 14 years old. Actually, was I 14? Something like that. I think I lost my dad when I was 14. I lost my father-in-law over a year ago. Um, and I lost my grandfather in September. Um, and then my mom. So, like, dealing with my mom, it feels like death. Like, it feels like death a lot of the time because it's like I can't call her. Like, I haven't blocked her, but like, I can't reach her over the phone. I can't reach her through Messenger. I can't call her through Instagram. Like, she lives in a whole nother state. I've done a wellness check, all that jazz, but like, how to deal with knowing that like my mom is not like here all the way, it is equivalent to death and it's very difficult. Sometimes when I talk about her, it feels like a lump is stuck in my throat and I could just cry because I'm like, why did you leave me? You know, why did you not get any help? You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the best way to really deal with this is to give it to God and to talk about it as much as you need to talk about it. I know another creator, she talks about her grandmother, the loss of her grandmother all the time, and she talks about it as much as she needs to. And I went through stages of where like I was really frustrated because I'm like, why are you going off on the deep end like this? Like, I know you can pull it together. Like, I believe in you. Like, you know, me and my family, we have prayed, we have tried to reach her. We've tried to do everything you could possibly think of. And it seemed like it keeps getting worse. And I just sit here and I just be like, how do I just go on through life knowing that my mother is just like out in the world pretty much by herself, not talking to anybody, and just, I don't know, I guess losing her marbles. I don't really know how to deal with that. So here I am trying to let you know that when you deal with grief, loss, whatever you want to call it, it's whatever you make it out to be. If you need to go take a trip, go take a trip. If you need to go write it out, write it out. If you need to talk about it with a therapist, get a therapist. If you need to journal it, journal it. If you need to dance it out and just put on your favorite track of music and just like listen to it. If you need to cry, if you need to scream, if you need to go to that room where you can just beat everything and bash everything to like smithereens, like you can do that. You don't have to, it doesn't have to look a certain way because at the end of the day, it's hard to get through it. Even those people that you've lost along the way, like it hurts. It hurts. It hurts that my mom is just I don't know. I can't even really fully describe like what's happening because it just happened so fast. Like I knew growing up she had issues, and that's why I tried to ask her like, why don't you go seek therapy and everything, but she did not want to do that. She believed that Jesus was the only way. And I'm a millennial, so I think that as long as you have Jesus and a therapist, you good. Like of course Jesus is the top, but I just feel like she didn't really see any other option but Jesus. And I get it. Jesus is amazing. Like he's everlasting. And I talk to him as much as I need to about my mom. Like I think it was like a week and a half ago. I was praying and I was just talking to him like, God, I'm just really disappointed that my mom is just out here like just shut off from the world and not talking to anybody. Her phone is off. Like I just cry myself to sleep. And I talk to my husband about it as much as I need to, but it's frustrating. Grief is grief, and I say deal with it the best way you know how. I'm sorry if there is no like actual blueprint on how to deal with it. But I will say you must give yourself grace. Like don't ever feel like you're stuck on the same subject for a long time, like meaning you feel like you should be over that, or you should stop talking about it, or after a year it should be over and done with. Your emotions should be like different. You can give yourself as much time as you need to. If it takes you 20 years to get over it, that's okay. And I've had to learn that through therapy. Like there is no time frame for certain things. It's never just going to be a switch where it's just like, oh, I'm healed. I'm good. I don't need nothing else. I still think about my dad. Like, I lost my dad. He was 38 years old, right? Literally 38. And I'm just like, what does that look like for me? He didn't see me get married. First of all, he didn't see me get married the first time. That marriage don't even really count. But the second time, me married now, like he never even saw his granddaughter. He never met my husband, like nothing. Like he didn't see me graduate high school. Nothing. Like he didn't really see the parts of life that I would have wanted him to see. And he doesn't get to see the future me. But I'm like, okay, God, I pretty much feel like I've lost both parents. Like, I feel like I lost my mom and I lost my dad. Then I lost my father-in-law. And I was actually just really starting to open up to him. And I had told him, I said, I feel like you're really the dad I needed. And I'm so glad I told him that. Anytime he needed something, I gave him my last. Like, I just was there because I knew that he wouldn't be here for forever. But I didn't think it would be like so soon that he would like pass away. And then, but you know what? Like, even though you lose things, God will give you people that are there for you. Like, for instance, my mother-in-law, and the reason I'm saying it's my mother-in-law is because I don't want any type of confusion. But in real life, I never call her mother-in-law. I just call her mom. But, she is literally everything I could pray for. We actually just went to the mall this evening to go walk around, to do some steps, and I got like almost 10,000. She got 11,000, and we just have like regular conversation. But I love her so much, and I know, like without a shadow of doubt, she loves me so much. Like she's poured into me more than what my birth mom has done, and that right there is just something that's so indescribable. Like, I was married into the right family. Like, God knew with Byron wanting to marry me and, me saying yes and everything, like, everything lined up. I even though his dad passed away, like literally, what, 5 years into our marriage? Almost 6 years? 5 years. that time was still well spent. And my mother-in-law, she actually was living in a different state, and she moved back to Michigan once Byron's dad had passed away. And she's such a big help. And sometimes I tell her I wish I could do more for her, like, and she'd be like, well, your time is good enough. And I'm like, I know, but it's like, I just be really wanting to give her so much. So that's that. It's just pretty amazing how, I may not have everything or everybody that I want, but I do have valuable people. And you have to take that for what it is. You have to be grateful for those moments where people show up for you, especially people that show up for you that aren't blood. Don't take that for granted. Show those people that show up for you how much you care about them. Like, don't wait to their birthday to buy some flowers. Don't wait for their birthday to take them out to dinner. Like, just do it. I remember Byron's dad, I had told him that I wanted to go out to eat. And he said, okay, we can do that. But he needed to go out with his sisters first. And he went out with his sisters, and then we never had a chance to go out to dinner again. And I wanted to play this game, this mystery game. We didn't get a chance to do that. I don't know. Maybe I didn't have the money to buy it. I don't know, child. But just take the risk and do it. With those people that you care about, take those trips with people. It might take a lot of money to go, but it's worth it. I'm glad that I have memories. Those memories bring me so much comfort. And I think that too, if you're creative, you should try to, I guess, be creative with your emotions, like express them a certain type of way. Like, I'm expressing this with talking. If you need to express it with painting, or, like I said, listening to music, find your rhythm, pour into yourself and give yourself the grace, the comfort. Talk to God. If you don't believe in God, okay, cool. Like, find whatever works for you. But, sometimes I even read Bible plans about comfort from, like, grief and loss, because I'm just like, dang, like, it doesn't really hurt so much that my grandfather passed away, because I mentally prepared for it so young. And when I say I mentally prepare for it, like, every time I saw him fall asleep on the couch, I would be like, are you still breathing? Like, I just was automatically nervous that he wasn't going to be here for forever. So that was when I was in middle school. But losing my dad was tough. I think about him every day. And then my mom, that's the biggest thing. And it's hard for me. It's hard for me. And I just want to let you know that, like, you're not alone if you experience loss. I'm pretty sure everybody's experienced loss some way, some shape or form. But be kind to yourself. Comment below if you need prayer for anything. I'll try to pray for you, because it's all, like, nobody's perfect. Like, nobody has it all together. I think about my dad, like, literally every time I'm driving for some reason. I don't know what it is. It's like a driving thought, like, that automatically just, I think about him. And I think about my mom. Like, I think about my mother-in-law and, like, how she's there for me, and I'd be like, wow, I wish that my mom, my birth mom, could be like what my mother-in-law is. But maybe she will be one day, maybe she won't. But let this be encouragement that it will get better. It may never erase how you feel, but just know you're not alone. So, yeah. I just wanted to talk and run my mouth, and hopefully this helps somebody. I have like 2 minutes of storage space. I need another memory card because this is not working out. But yeah. Alright, have a good night. Love you guys.